not paying attention and you're not actively opposing this shit, you're crazy, you're a piece of shit, you're part of the problem. And it's crazy too because like I got to give Jake Shields all the credit. Jake Shields is an amazing man. You know, he was a world-class MMA fighter, world champion MMA fighter who got past his prime and started a podcast and now does a lot, you know, a lot of stuff to basically that's where if you people wonder why I do what I do and why this is what I talk about every day. But it's kind of like once you get here, what else are you going to talk about? What else am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about, some fake election bullshit. You know, J controlled, Israeli controlled fake election bullshit. But that's what I'm supposed to talk about? What am I supposed to talk about? Anything Trump does? Like he has some sort of power. He chooses to do it. He's the most powerful man in the world. No, he's not. He's just a figurehead. He's an actor. The people that control his every move are the most powerful people in the world. And I can't stress it enough. It's not free Palestine. We have to get past this. I mean, look at what they're doing to Lebanon. Look at what they're doing to Syria. Look what they're doing to the Yemeni or to Yemen. Anybody who's up against them, it's not even Israel. Israel is just the invisible house. Israel is just the place that they decided to name something, and they created the borders and told us that's what it is. But it's Jayism that is the problem. There's not a good one of them that exists. You know, you can say, oh, well, I met lots of them that are nice to me. Oh, there's a lot of them that are oppose Israel. There's a lot of, Jays that are about free Palestine and a two-state solution and all that shit. No. This is a disgusting, horrible cult. And what they do to their own should be enough to eliminate it, let alone what they do to other people. This is just, it's out of control. I showed my wife a picture today. She said, why did you show me this? Because this is what we're doing. She said, but it's not doing anything. You know, you're just talking to a bunch of idiots on a fucking live feed. Paid idiots, paid trolls. And it's like, okay, well, if what we're doing is nothing and it isn't working, then why would anyone pay anyone else to interfere? It's not like a light switch. We don't just flip it on and now we get rid of it. This took decades, over a century to get where it is. We're not going to fix this just like that. And especially when you're fighting a really difficult fight, you have to take your wins when you can. You have to look, it's the little things. It's the it's the littlest things that you have to, because you have to focus on. There has to be some good. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy. And, I just, funny today, I almost daily will go through my IG and share a bunch of videos that I see, Israel video or Palestine videos of what Israel is doing. And, IG is better for that, surprisingly. But Yeah, today I went to do it and it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me. Like every time I went to share one on Facebook, it would say page not found. It's just so obvious. If it wasn't wrong, then they would encourage us to talk about it. They wouldn't tell us not to talk about it. They wouldn't prevent the information from getting out. They wouldn't do all of that. They do the things they do because because it's working. We're affecting them. Like I mean, for somebody that's been fighting this fight for well over a decade, this particular fight, I started to first pay attention to the Israel stuff around, 2013, 14, something like that. And back then, this was a lot more difficult. There were a lot fewer people saying what they're saying, and the information just wasn't available like it is. There definitely wasn't the video evidence, mainly because it hadn't fucking happened yet. At least not what's happening now. Obviously, it's been happening for 75 fucking years. But you know, the devastation, like when you see the before and after pictures of Gaza, and then you hear these pieces of shit, especially Trump, talk about Trump is ethnically cleansing an area. They're going to remove a bunch of people based on what? Their race, their identity. These are Palestinians. If you're identified as a Palestinian, you're going to be removed. Do you understand? That's illegal. That's ethnic cleansing. Where are you, Trump supporters, in this? It's really interesting how the Trump supporters don't seem to be able to have this conversation. I don't know if they're struggling internally over it, or they're just plain ignorant. But if you're a Trump supporter, I don't know how you could be ignorant to it. You know? This is everything about him is associated with Israel, including his piece of shit son-in-law, Jared Kushner. It's wild. You should be so proud to hate a cult. And the thing is, most people, it's like, do you even understand why you would think like it's okay? Why do you even understand any of that shit? Do you understand why? Do you understand what's going on? You just oblivious to it all? The videos of bombs being dropped. The reports of them using illegal weapons, experimental weapons and all this shit. Like, it's just across the board. It checks every box you can check as far as something negative. I just got a notification for 1srah3ll, who is one of the best Tartaria channels out there, and yet, what's that going to do? I mean, I guess shattering the illusion is what matters, and maybe if you can get people to realize that our past is a huge lie, then they'll be more likely to accept that the present is a huge lie. I don't know. I hope. I don't know. It's so frustrating and disgusting and just wrong. It's wrong. What is going on here? When you and the thing is, you know what? I'd be willing to bet that if we had social media back in Vietnam War days or anything like that, it would be similar. However, every other conflict I can think of, like major conflict, whatever, it was fought against a military. A country that had a military. Obviously, the civilians were targets as well. but they at least had some form of defense. The Palestinians literally have nothing. Like it's atrocious. I can't. I don't understand. I just don't understand. If you're not some piece of shit, Jay, even if you are a piece of shit, Jay, if you deny that you're a piece of shit, then how do you justify this? You know, the whole narrative is so fucking stupid. The idea that God promised the land to the Israelis, to the J people, in the book that you wrote. Yeah, and that seems like it makes sense. It's just fucking crazy. I don't understand. If you're watching, like, share, and sub. Help the fuck out. I don't look at these disgusting, awful, disgusting people. They're everywhere. It's clear. Like our entire narrative is clearly controlled by them. Clearly, the fact that Trump says, we're going to remove the Palestinians from the Gaza Strip. You're going to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip, and not a single reporter puts their hand up. Not a single study has something negative to say. Look at the news. We're like the fact is, there are protests happening everywhere. Every day, all day long, people are standing up against Israel. There's a man who is Palestinian. He lives here, works here, has a family here, kid here, wife here. He's getting deported for terrorism because he stands up for Palestine. This is just fucking crazy. This doesn't make any sense. Is it the fluoride in the water? Do the chemtrails make us more docile or something? What is happening? The video I tried to show Ange was a bunch of burnt up, fucking bloody, like they're babies. Babies who have survived just one of Israel's attacks. Right. So they could just be killed later. They're just going to be killed later. Like, I don't, what is more important than this? And the fucked up part is, you think what? Because it's focused on, one group of people, that's where it's going to stay?
What in American history says that they care who they discriminate against? They don't care. They don't care if they're Chinese or Vietnamese or Japanese or Iranian, Iraqi, Afghanistani. They don't give a fuck. German. It doesn't matter.
Well, it's
Russian. The Russians are bad.
It's all more of evidence that it's a one world society. We live in a one world society. There is a one world government. The thing that they've done is convinced you to think the solutions to the problem are the negatives. Oh, a one world government, a one world religion. Oh, that's terrible. No, it's not. A one world government where everybody's held to the same standards and has the same opportunity and the same quality of life, that sounds a lot better than what we experience. And a one world religion where instead of us focusing on individual sky daddies, my sky daddy's better than your sky daddy, we worshipped man and our accomplishments and what we're capable of, and the focus was on us and how amazing we are. That's not a bad thing. I mean, the fucked up part is, You can't even show me like pro-Israel stuff that looks good. That would be like, oh well, there is this. Oh well, no, they do make a good point here. It doesn't exist. There's nothing. There's no videos of Israelis being attacked. There's no, you know, and any video you do sort of show me where it's like somebody saying something that a J doesn't like, so they lose the response is always way worse. How many videos exist where people are protesting free Palestine, this and that, and some crazy J comes up to him and starts yelling at him and swearing at him and all this other shit? Those videos are everywhere.
I've never seen videos where Palestinians randomly spit on anybody that's not.
Nope, you won't.
I've never seen those videos. I've seen the videos where the Israelis,
the Jews,
have spit on people because they're not Jewish.
Right. They'll just be walking, having their conversation. They'll see some Christians sitting on the side of the road or whatever, and they'll just be like, and just keep going. Like it's not. It's so commonplace that it's nothing. And when asked about it, Ben Gvir, Smotrich, Netanyahu, one of them, the response was, well, Jews have been spitting on Christians for thousands of years, so that's it. That's that. There's no condemnation. There's no plan of attack. There's none. It's like, well, it's how it is. Just be okay with it. No, see, we're spitting on you. You should actually be happy. You're getting some real, a little tiny part of you is better. And if you happen to get any in your body, like in your mouth or something, like you'd be so much better off as a person. It just doesn't make it's not like there is a couple of questionable depends on how you interpret it. Oh well, I need to see the other side. I don't know about. It's not like that's how it is.
But you have to keep in perspective. You're talking to the masses that still go to church and just say it's just a few bad apples.
Me?
So you have to keep that in perspective.
No, I always have that in perspective. And that's the thing that I'm desperately trying to understand.
Are really quick to dismiss things.
How?
There's another part of it that we really want to hang on to.
And that's sure. I would love to hear your explanation for that. I want to hear how people reconcile that and make it all make sense.
The personal thing. If it's not affecting them and it's not in their
well, it is
world,
affecting you, and that's the other. But see, and that's the other part.
People don't see that; it's too far away.
But it's not. I mean, it's broadcast on TV every couple days. They're talking about how they're going to take American tax dollars and give them to Israel. That they're sending more and more American troops over. Not like that. No. Show me the other videos. Show me the weekly videos of another report of, well, we're going to give Tunisia, a couple $100 million. Oh, we're going to give Tajikistan. We're going to give Laos. We're going to give, Chad. We're going to give any of these other countries. We're going to give Peru. Show me a video.
A lot of those countries don't have a large population of their people here in the United States.
Yeah, they do.
To be relevant enough
to
make it newsworthy. We have a much larger percentage of Jewish people here.
No, we don't.
Than we do of people from Chad.
No, we don't. They make up 0.183% of the world's population and 2% of the U.S. population. It's as low as you can get. And if you say it's more, then it's like what? 1/10 of a percent, 3/10 of a percent more? It's not. It's just that mentality that you've been programmed with.
Everywhere.
Right. Well, but they're
You go to Oak Park, they're fucking everywhere.
right. But
I don't have any cities I can go to where it's Tanzania people.
What there are communities all over the place. You just don't know about them. You know, the one time you hear about the Haitian community in Arkansas or whatever it was is because Trump's telling you that they're eating the dogs. You didn't know there was a huge Haitian population there. You know, Michigan here in Detroit, it's literally like separated into towns. There's Mexican town, there's Hamtramck, which used to be Poles, but now it's Arabic, but it's like specifically like the Bosnians and shit are there. Bosnians and the Macedonians. But again, that the only reason you know it is what it is. Like I would imagine New York probably has more Puerto Ricans than it does Jays. But you just never would hear that. You know? And it, like all of the sort of surface excuses still don't really matter. Like, okay, fine, you think that way. Are you okay with this? Or do you understand that? Do you see this? How do you just ignore all these different things? We're talking about absolute fucking genocide, man. Genocide. The worst behavior you can imagine. And the reports that are being suppressed of the Israelis raping the women, raping the children, raping the men. The reports of what they're doing to the people, and then they show you the videos of the Israelis being released, and they got their full jowls, and they're all tanned, and they're all happy, yay, hey, and there's a big celebration, and they kiss their captors, kiss them on the foreheads, because there are no Israeli hostages. That shit isn't real. And the fact is, most people are too scared to say it. And they're scared to say it because people with absolutely no knowledge of the situation whatsoever will attack them. You don't know what you're talking about. That's not possible. There's no way. No, I saw it on TV. Look at this. They are fucking my feet up today, boy. Here, let's try something else because this isn't working. Fuck everything Israel. Fuck it real hard. And not fast. Well, yeah, let's fuck it immediately. Let's get it the fuck out of here. Pedophiles, kill yourself.